1 decade on, and the Zuma arms deal case is back in court. Revealed the guilty party behind the devastating Riverlands Dam's collapse. Be they lemmings or smart operators, former Joburg Speaker Colleen Makhubele joins the MK party. And South Africa has already scored a success in the Paralympics. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Jacob Zuma inside the Pietermaritzburg court. His supporters outside. All waiting on today's pre-trial hearing into the former president's arms deal corruption case. Zuma, along with French arms manufacturer Thales, is accused of corruption, fraud and racketeering.
In May 2021, Jacob Zuma raised a special plea challenging Billy Downer's title to prosecute, which was dismissed. He tried to appeal that ruling all the way to the Constitutional Court, but with no luck. He then brought another application for Downer's removal based on largely the same grounds of what he claims is bias, which was heard in October last year and which Judge Nkosinathi Celi once again dismissed in March this year. Zuma's counsel, Advocate Darlene Mpofu, did indicate at the time, though, that they already had instructions to lodge an application for leave to appeal. And when the matter came before the court today for a pre-trial hearing, it emerged that that has now been done. Celi did not provide reasons for his order at the time, saying he'd include them in his final judgment on the main matter. Zuma did request the reasons for purposes of his application for leave to appeal, though, and in court today that request was ventilated, with Celi ultimately agreeing to it. The matter has now been adjourned until the 11th of September for those reasons to be delivered. Bernadette Wicks, Eyewitness News.
Former South Africa Rainbow Alliance leader Colleen Makhubele has joined the Umkhonto weSizwe party. Makhubele says she's resigned from SARA, an organisation she played a huge part in establishing. SARA had a disappointing showing in the recent general elections, failing to get even one seat nationally and in the 2 provinces they contested. The former Johannesburg Council Speaker says Jacob Zuma's MK party has become a beacon of hope for all African leaders and organisations.
Ultimately, it will be up to MK to decide where they place me or any other leader that goes in there. So I'm not moved by what those reactions are, whether they're viewed as opportunistic or not.
Former EFF MP Zwanele Manyi becomes the party's chief whip in Parliament. MK announced the swap only hours after Manyi was sworn in as an MP for the second time in 2 months. Manyi has defended his most recent party hopping, saying all the parties he joined and left share the same political ideology and agenda.
There's some media narrative that says Zuma brought his friends. We may very well be his friends, but we're very competent friends.
4 dams collapsed in Riverlands 3 weeks ago. Homes were wiped out and hundreds of people were affected. Now the blame for this collapse has been put on the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. The department owns the Dussenberg property where the incident happened. A Water and Sanitation Department probe has revealed that Dussenberg Plus Pty, who were the first owners of the property, allegedly built 3 of the dams illegally. Agrico machinery proceeded to construct the 4th dam, also without a license. The report also found that the Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Department failed to register the dams when taking over ownership. Now, if you were caught up in the traffic today outside the SARS building in Pretoria, it was for a good reason. Several civic organisations have been demonstrating over whistleblower safety. OUTA, Defend Our Democracy and the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation form part of the group. The demonstrations were sparked by the recent assassination attempt on advocate Coreth Nordier, who was shot several times by unknown gunmen outside an Umhlanga hotel a few weeks ago. Her attempted murder follows the double murder of court-appointed curator Kluti Murder and his son Thomas. At the time, Murray was reportedly working with Nordier on the tax inquiry into businesswoman Sean McKeeze's empire. Murray was also the liquidator for Bosasa and for firms linked to the Guptas.
Recent targeted attacks reflect an escalation in a pattern of violent intimidation against all law-abiding citizens, and we must take a stand as a collective. These attacks are a stark reminder of the dangers faced by those who work to uphold justice and protect our community. Yet, they also underscore the strength and the resilience of those who stand on the front lines to defend the interests of our country. SARS therefore reaffirms our commitment to supporting and protecting those who dedicate their lives to the pursuit of justice.
The Western Cape Education Department says it'll not be able to retain the current number of teachers for the 2025 academic year due to budget cuts. The department has issued a statement saying 2,400 teacher posts will be made redundant following a budget shortfall of just under 4 billion rand.
We still face a 3.8 billion rand budget shortfall over the next 3 years. Teachers are our greatest asset, and reducing the number of teachers in our schools will negatively impact learning outcomes. So this is a decision that we have not taken lightly.
National said it's a couple of years that they've warned the Western Cape, you must make your people permanent. You're not going to sustain that. And they didn't do it. Now, when the budget cuts came, now they are firing people left, right and center.
And in the 2024 Paris Paralympics, South Africa will compete in paraswimming, boccia and archery. Swimmer Nathan Hendricks has advanced to the final in the men's S13 100-metre butterfly. The South African finished fourth in his heat in a time of 59.51 seconds and sixth with the best time overall today. And staying with South Africa, a 28-year-old who once felt out of place as a child with a disability is representing the country in the 400 metres. Colleen Makhubele grew up ashamed of his disability, always trying to hide that he was an amputee by wearing a long-sleeve jersey all year round. Once he took up parasports in 2021, he realised there was nothing wrong with being different and has since grown confident in his body. And we wish them all the best of luck. We'll be watching. See you for more tomorrow.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.